welcome to Pokemon 23's Larvitar solo run. I've never done a solo run before, and I just thought it was perfect to use Generation 2, the remake, just because this is easily my favorite generation, and just the fact that they made a remake of it, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. All of the graphics, and all of the plot that they added in with Team Rocket, and oh, it's just amazing. I'm sorry. I'm just basking at the beauty of Professor Oak right now. And yeah, he's just explaining to us all the boring stuff that we just skip. So yeah, this is my first solo run, and I picked Larvitar because I've never really used Larvitar before, and I've always thought he was just a cool Pokemon that I've always wanted to use. But since Professor Oak is a retard, he's a retard, we have to tell him that I'm a boy, and our name. And every Pokemon Let's Play or walkthrough, I'm gonna be PM23, just because for Pokemon 23. I know it's kind of a weird name, but I can't really think of anything different since Pokemon doesn't really fit in there. So yes, let's unfold this tale, as Professor Oak should say. Dreams, adventure. Oh man, look at this. I'm sorry, I know this is pretty late to be basking at this glory of this game, but it is just beautiful. It is just beautiful. Oh, and I'm sorry if the audio sounds kind of weird. My microphone's kind of busted right now. I should be getting a new one though, so don't you fret and don't you frown, because I'm getting a new microphone. So our mom is going to give us all the cool gadgets and stuff that we need for our journey, like our bag and our trainer card. And the ability to save the game, that is quite helpful, so that we don't lose all our data, if you know what I mean. And then of course the options tab, which I'm actually going to go into really quickly right now, so that I can make it a little bit faster. And I won't have the bottom screen on for the whole walkthrough. That was just so you could see the cool title sequence and bask at its glory too. So here's the new and improved New Bark Town, which you probably have all seen, but it's still beautiful, I think. Just the wind blowing in the air with that windmill. So obviously for the Larvitar, I'm going to use action replay codes. I won't use them for any part other than catching the Larvitar in the start of the game. And I'm going to catch it at level 5, so it's just like my starter Pokemon. And that will be that, and we will go on with our Pokemon lives, I guess. Sounds good? Okay. So after that weird scene with Lyra and her Meryl, kind of wants you to go to Professor Oak, because he's going to give you a free Pokemon for some reason. And I don't know if it's just me, but does it seem kind of slow? It might just be my laggy emulator, but I'll try and fix that when I can. Maybe it's just me, but it seems kind of slow. I'll try and speed it up later, but I just hate frame skipping in Desmume, which is what I'm using. So yeah, if you think it's going a little slow, you can comment, but I just got done playing yellow version on like super speed 3000%, because I love the old school yellow version too. I'm an old school Pokemon guy. You can't blame me. So of course we still have to pick a starter Pokemon from Professor Elm. We can't do that. He won't stick with us, but we'll just keep him for shits and giggles, if you know what I mean. And I already picked which starter Pokemon I'm gonna get. And I already have a nickname picked out for him/her. But yeah, to follow the storyline, Professor Elm has just found out that Professor Pokemon, or Mr. Pokemon, my bad, needs his acquaintance, and so he's gonna be lazy and send us instead, because he's an asshole. But this part is really cool. See, this is why I think it's lagging, because this part's pretty fast now too. But anyways, I always thought this was pretty cool, how like the little turntable and stuff like that, and it turns. So cool. Alright, so I am going to pick Chikorita, the grass type Pokemon, and there's nothing to say that will change my mind. I've never really picked Chikorita because in this game, Chikorita is probably the worst starter Pokemon to pick. It's weak to a lot of the gym leaders, and it's just overall kind of bad. So let's give this Chikorita a name. I'm gonna call it Leafy, because it has a leaf on its head, and Leafy just sounds cool. And I'm kind of a slow typer in this, but don't make fun of me. Leafy. I mean, Leafy's not even gonna stay with us for any longer than this episode probably. Maybe a little longer, so this lagging is really kind of pissing me off, and I'm definitely gonna change it later on. So sorry if it's getting in the way for you. It's getting in the way for me too, so yeah. Don't think about anything different than that. Sorry if you heard some mouse clicks. I'm just checking the time on this. I'm only making each one of these episodes probably 10 minutes longer, so because I'm new to YouTube, and yep, it won't let me go longer than 15 minutes unless I'm a cool YouTube partner. But yeah, this guy stops us in the middle and gives us potions for free, so thanks, lab nerd. You're pretty cool in my book. But to end this episode, I think I'm just gonna catch my Larvitar and show it off, my nickname for it, and that will be that. Oh, I forgot about this part. In the start of this game, you get stopped so often by Lyra, by Professor Elm, by your mom. There's just so much you have to do at the start of the game, and we won't even make it, but I'll try my fastest and hardest to get there. So even with the text that fast, it's still going pretty slow, which is pissing me off. But Lyra's just telling us to go talk to our mom and get our Pokegear back so that we can call people and be cool kids and text everybody like the 10-year-old we are, because in this generation everybody has a phone, and a Pokegear is just kind of like a phone, I guess, because we're cool. Okay, this lag is really pissing me off because it's just terrible. It's making everything so slow and everything. I'll definitely fix this, don't you worry, guys. Desmume is pretty easy to fix lag and stuff like that. But we tell our mom about our little journey, and she's like, oh, well, you can't leave for a journey without your Pokegear. And so we get this cool little nifty Pokephone thing called the Pokegear, which tells us the time, and we can call people on it, you know, all that cool stuff. So she asks us if we know how to use it, and of course we do, but she's still going to explain it anyways because she's our mom and she has to do that. But it doesn't take that long to explain because it's just explaining how you use a phone. Oh shit. Sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Oh my god, alright. I'm a failure. It's this lag, it's this lag. Ugh, my bad, guys. That was all bad, wasting time and everything. So finally we can go outside and start catching our Larvitar. And we'll just be all cool kids and be on our way with our journey. Oh, what? What? Come on, Professor Elm. Alright, so I guess we get stopped one more time by Professor Elm. Oh, and I think this is where he adds us in his Pokegear. Oh my god, alright. Well, after this we'll be officially on our journey, I guess. Thank you, Professor Elm. That helped us a lot. So I know we're going to go over our 10-minute mark right now, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. We're still going to be on our way afterwards. So right here I'm going to be using the action replay codes and cheating a little bit, so don't make fun of me. But basically it's just a Poke modifier, and if I go to my Pokeball, it should have, yep. So if I trash the Ultra Balls, this is going to be the level of the Pokemon I want. And because I want it to be like my starter Pokemon, I'm going to make Larvitar level 5. And so yeah, and on the other side, that's the number in the Pokedex of the Pokemon, the Master Balls. And I've already did the math. I have to trash 247. And then we'll be on our way. I wonder if this is faster. Here we go. Alright. So 247. And that should take us to 246, which is the number of Larvitar in the Pokedex. Boom. Alright. Then we go into the grass, and since we already have Ultra Balls, we can catch it and name it whatever we want. So let's come on, search around. Come on, Pokemon, jump out, jump out. Where are you, Larvitar? This is pissing me off, honestly. Where's my Larvitar? Here we go. All right. Now, if my calculations are correct, This should be a Larvitar. Boom. This is the Larvitar we need. And just because I didn't want to waste any time, I already made sure that the catch rate is 100%, even if I only use an Ultra Ball. So, it's only level 5, and it should catch it anyways with this Ultra Ball, but I made it 100% certain anyways. Just because, as you can see, we're already short on time, but yes, our Larvitar is caught. And we are going to give it a nickname as always. And this will be my solo team member for the rest of the game. So we're sticking in for the long haul. This guy is going to be named BooBoo. I don't know why I want to name him that way, but that was just the name that I thought up of when I was just sitting here wanting to make this. So BooBoo. BooBoo the Larvitar. That is our team member, and thanks for watching, guys. We will be back next time.